The top stories: low gas pressure reported on South Coast, closed South Coast Hotel to be restored, and frustration for Barbados as they begin defense of their one-day title. Welcome to Nation News for Thursday, January the 15th, 2015.
No matter where you are in the world, at home or abroad, Nation News keeps you connected with what's happening in Barbados through our website, video newscast, and online e-papers. So stay connected with Nation News. News, your time, your way.
First, it was the West Coast at Christmas time. Now, at least 2 South Coast hotels say they are also experiencing low natural gas pressure. General Manager of the Aqua Beach Hotel, Suresh Manikoraja, says the reduced supply is affecting not just the kitchen, but the water heating system, the laundry, and the air conditioning to a lesser extent. He told Nation News the hotel cannot operate at full capacity and is therefore losing potential guests.
Well, going forward, we are looking at very fruitful occupancy for the hotel. We are also want to know what is going to happen and how long the crisis with the gas supply is going to prolong. On the other hand, from the hotel perspective, we are taking other measures. We are also looking at having diesels or any other solution that we could enhance the hot water as well as the AC supply in the hotel. The diesel?
Much smaller Soko Hotel is suffering similar difficulties with natural gas, but it remains fully occupied. Last month, several high-end West Coast hotels and restaurants had to turn back patrons on the West Coast after their ability to prepare meals was severely hampered. At that time, officials of the National Petroleum Corporation said some of the properties had exceeded their allocations of gas. At least 140 new jobs could be created when renovations are completed on the Sandy Bay Beach Club in Worthing. This was revealed by Chairman of the Mango Bay Group, Peter Odell, who said the beachfront former all-inclusive property had been purchased by a group of investors late last year, and Mango Bay had been asked to manage it. The 130-room hotel, which was advertised with a price tag of $22 million, has been closed for 6 years. It will be redeveloped into a condo hotel. Mr. Odell said it's hoped that construction could start within the first quarter of this year, and the aim is to have it opened in time for the next winter season. Food handlers have been told to pay greater attention to their personal hygiene and the storage and preparation of food. Speaking at a workshop for AgroFest vendors, Environmental Health Officer Trevor Taylor said many food servers still wore jewelry, fake nails, and short sleeves, although they knew these things contravene the requirements of the Ministry of Health. However, he pointed out that many seem to comply with the need for hair restraints.
Our recommendations are is to wear hair restraints, but the problem is policing. Right? The officers cannot be everywhere at the same time. Right? When the officer visits these establishments, we ensure that they comply. Most of the time, some of the waitresses, they have the fine hairnets that you can barely see. Right? Those are acceptable as long as the hair is, and I will emphasize, properly restrained. It's not a problem. Right? I have inspected many hotels and restaurants, and they have complied for the most part. I don't know if they're doing it because we are there, but when we are there, they have complied.
Nutritionists with the Ministry of Health, Donna Barker, encouraged the vendors to use more local fruit and vegetables in their meals.
So Barbados has a wide range of fruits and vegetables that are grown here, and those are loaded with a lot of nutrients, vitamins, minerals, and other things that we'll talk about. And one important thing is that we don't eat enough of them. We don't eat enough, and we don't serve enough of the fruits and vegetables because we look at them as just something small that you sprinkle on the food. The food is basically made up, your meal, basically made up of the starchy part and the protein part and the fat, and we sprinkle on the vegetables, or we just have a little bit of fruit because we don't consider it as really high in nutrients, but they are.
Local police are looking for a Jamaican woman in connection with what they say is a serious criminal matter. She is 25-year-old Carry-On Kelly of Barkers Road, Haggart Hall, St. Michael. Miss Kelly is of slim build and light brown complexion and has black hair, dark colored eyes and full lips. She has a tattoo of the letters KK on the inner side of her right forearm and speaks with a Jamaican accent. She is advised that she can present herself to the police accompanied by an attorney at law of her choice. The National Career Expo is underway at UWI, offering secondary school students ideas for future careers. It's the 10th annual event of the Barbados Association of Guidance Counselors. The two-day careers event, it has as its theme Embracing the Opportunity. Among the attractions on day one, experiments in the UWI Faculty of Science and Technology, which captivated the students. In sport, champions Barbados had a blank on the opening day of the Nagico Super 50 tournament as their match against combined campuses and colleges was abandoned without a ball being bowled at the National Cricket Centre in Couva, Trinidad. The cause? A wet outfield. Barbados' next match is against Guyana on Saturday. And finally, a taxi driver in Philadelphia was tipped nearly $1,000, an affair of less than $5 for a ride that lasted about 2 minutes. Freedom Taxi of Philadelphia said driver Umar Mega drove a man less than a mile last month and the passenger chose to pay the fare of $4.31 using a credit card. Everett Abitball, co-founder of the company, said Mr. Mega looked at the receipt and was shocked to see the customer had added a tip of $989.98. Mr. Abitball said no one knows the identity of the passenger, who assured Mr. Mega the tip was intentional. And that's Nation News for Thursday. For more, log on to nationnews.com, as well as YouTube, Facebook and Twitter. And pick up your Weekend Nation on Friday or subscribe to our e-paper. Thanks so much for joining us.